Hi, and welcome to this episode of AdTastic. I'm Tony Stanall, and today we're talking with Brad Brown, the VP of Business Development for Contemporary Productions. Welcome, Brad.
Hey, Tony. Pleasure to be here.
Now, you're in the live events business. Tell us a little about how live events have, fared since COVID, during COVID. How are things there? And then I'd love to hear about what you're up to specifically.
Sure. I mean, like a lot of people, COVID was, live events not being able to be in front of people, especially in smaller, large groups, had a tremendous a negative benefit on live events and production companies like Contemporary. Although there were obviously
Mhm.
several things that came out of that, including virtual events and technological events that had not, been used widely, before a pandemic, such as what we went through. But we're glad to say that we're coming out of the pandemic stronger and better than ever with other tools, and it's been fantastic. And my role here actually led kind of post pandemic. We're looking at obviously corporate events, festivals, music, entertainment, all across the board, and we're finding that our clients and companies are definitely embracing that, not only from an employee engagement opportunity, but also to reach their fan and customer bases as well.
Right. Now, what type of clients do you work with, Brad?
We're all across the board, anywhere from Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies, all the way down to startups. We also look at live events. We're looking at a live event like an outdoor music festival that our company is looking to secure, and that will launch at the end of August next year in the St. Louis market.
Gotcha. And how big do you go with some of these events?
Some of these events can span anywhere from 50 people, meet and greets on a patio during the summer for a financial institution happy hour with some of their best clients, all the way up to a 2,500 plus sales and marketing convention, from soup to
Wow,
nuts, from communication for a company, and then live national entertainment at the end of the night.
got it. And do you involve celebrities for some of the entertainment?
We do. I mean, household names, people names that you will hear on live stream, national radio, speakers, motivational speakers, celebrity speakers. It kind of runs the gamut. I would say that in the 50 plus years of contemporary productions, the talent booking piece in that vertical has been one of the strengths and the marquees for the company for that duration.
So, what should people know when they think about live events and its place in the marketing world?
Well, I think it's part of, people think it's a nice to have, but I think even more today with where we are with labor and resources, customer retention, both internal customers like employees, as well as your external customers, especially if you're a CPG brand. I do think that entertainment and live events, again, coming out of COVID, is tremendously important, and it shouldn't be hopefully seen as a nice to have. It's kind of a must have if you want to have obviously engaged employees, happy employees, a great work culture, which I think then overlaps into whatever type of business that you're in. And we're really seeing that from the standpoint of, especially on the employee front, things that used to be, happy hours or events in an office are now kind of morphing to days out of the office with field trips and events that are still obviously business related for companies, but it's been a competitive advantage, and we hear nothing but positive things about those cultures.
Got it. In the last few seconds we have left, Brad, if you could share a quick success story, something that you've really shined well on your client's business.
Well, I think that, and I won't call out a specific, customer, but especially in the St. Louis
Right.
region, we have a couple of Fortune 100 companies that pre, during, and post COVID have been, very much looking for incremental ways to engage, regardless of, like I said, us being in person or not in person.
Mhm.
And I really think that those customers that we have, these larger customers particularly, that have stayed and remained consistent with their communication, whether that be over electronically where we can't be together, are now coming out of COVID that we're face to face. those companies are not only seeing increased trends, they're kind of lows, if you will, were not as significant as others because they stayed the course even through the pandemic. And we appreciate those customers as well. And also, people are seeing their success as we move forward.
Well, it's great to see the industry rebound, and thanks for sharing that with us today, Brad.
Appreciate it, Tony. Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of AdTastic. You could find out more about Brad Brown at dailyadbrief.com. And we'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.